All right, so let's get on our feet. Everybody can just kind of settle in. There's lots of space up here. It's overcast. I don't think you'll get too much sun if you want a solid surface. Yeah. All right. Good morning, good morning. So many of my favorite people here today. Just taking it all in. If the grass is kind of messy and bumpy, I suggest a solid surface. That's part of that work smart, not hard thing, like to be on a solid surface so you're not like managing your balance on top of something that's uneven. I think some of us like to make things hard. I don't know. I just think that's we're wired a certain way, you know? Hi. Yeah, come on up. So as we begin to settle, let's bring our feet together. Top of the mat. Actually, it's not that cold out. Feels weird for me I can't teach in socks. It's like there's a piece of me that's not plugged in or just something disconnected. I can't do it. All right, that's better. There is something about like connecting with the earth, about feeling the ground under your feet, the textures of the mat. Like all of these things, when we use our senses in that way, they bring us into present time. And that really is what yoga is all about. So can we today just really be doing what we're doing as we do it? Think about that. Really doing what you're doing as you do it. Say that to yourself. Really doing what you're doing as you do it. And so that might be the postures and the breath, but it also could be anything. It could be anything that you would be doing in your life. Could you really be doing it while you're doing it? Like imagine if we all actually drove our cars when we were driving our cars. How much safer we would all be and how much less aggressive we would have to be about each other, right? Or even just simply preparing a meal for yourself or being in communication with another person, like really listening. There's so many ways in which the yoga comes off the mat and into life. And so I invite you today to use this practice to just do that thing, like just really do what you're doing as you do it. And that's just going to be us together, moving and breathing. So right now, stand in your feet. Like if that is the thing you're doing, can you do it all the way? Can you just like lift and spread your toes? Could you distribute the weight more evenly? Could you push down into the earth so you create an upward lift throughout the rest of the body? So we're playing with gravity. Like could we just really be doing that thing? And then as you start to feel yourself like really standing in your feet, can you hold your head a little higher so that you're aware of your posture and your alignment? And then we're going to start to breathe. So let's move and breathe. So on your inhale, just take the arms up over your head. And then exhale, bring them back down by your sides. Like really just doing this while we're doing it. Inhaling as the arms rise up over your head. And exhaling as they come back down by your sides. Like it's so simple to just really do what you're doing. Keep going. Really doing what you're doing as you do it, right? It just seems so simple, but it takes a certain level of consciousness and awareness. And that is what our yoga is trying to teach us. Go ahead and take one more round as your arms go up, hold, and then exhale, forward fold. Empty all of your air out as you fold over. And then lift halfway on the inhale. Draw the chest forward, the gaze forward. Exhale, fold again deeply. And then we'll rise with a flat back. Lift your head and chest, reach your arms. Let's stretch high to the sky. And then pull your hands right into your heart. That's it. We'll move on. Inhale, arms reach. Keep it simple. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. This time put your fingertips down. Let's go to plank. Both feet are going to step back. Organize for a moment and keep breathing. Feel like you're using all of your body parts equally, so no part of you is overworking. And then as you lower down, I want you to push the floor away from you. So you're going to go a little slower and control that descent. Good. Lay onto the belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Gentle back bend. Hips stay on the ground. The belly button might lift a little. The ribs lift a little. But it's not straight arms. It's soft arms. Elbows turned in toward the waist. So soften your elbows. Your hips should be on the ground. Come on down. Yep, come on down. I want you to feel them work in your back. Now everybody, lift your hands off the mat. Lift your hands 1 inch. Yeah, so cobra's there. Feel the elbows squeeze back. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze back. Lift your crown of your head. Push down a little bit into your pelvis. And reach back through your toes. Good, then put your chest down. Tuck your toes under. And let's push up and back into downward facing dog. Hips high, head low, breathing. Breathing, breathing, breathing. All right. And so, are you really doing what you're doing right now as you do it? Can you make a little more space in your body? Could you engage your muscles just a little bit? So we feel the limbs lengthen and the torso lengthen. Take one more breath, push back a little bit. And then on your exhale, look forward and walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Take your time. Bring the feet together and then lift halfway. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. With a flat back, we rise all the way to standing. Take your time. Feel it. Reach. And then pull the hands right to the heart. We'll do that one more time, a little smoother. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Let's go to plank and lower on the exhale. You're late, sir. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. You're actually early. Yeah. All right. And so the down dog is another opportunity because we hold for a moment, we breathe, we get to feel a little bit more, we get to pay a little bit more attention and start to really cultivate that awareness and that presence. So we try not to let the mind wander to other things when we stop the poses. We actually try to check in and check our form and be even more present in what we're doing. Take one more breath, push back just a little bit. And then look forward. Let's walk our feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold deeply on the exhale. With an inhale, we rise all the way to standing, reaching the arms up high, all the way to the sky. And then pull it right into your heart. Good. Inhale, reach your arms. Drop the right arm by your right side. Take a little stretch to the right. And then inhale, come back up. Drop the left arm down by your side. Take a little stretch to the left. And then left arm rises, inhale. And bring the hands back to heart center. Good. Inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips. Give me a chair pose. Keep your hands at your heart for a moment. Just focus on your footprints, your tailbone, your belly button pulling in. Yeah. So you can keep the arms down so that the ribs don't flare. I want you to feel the core integration here. It's almost like the front ribs pull down and in, the belly button pulls in, and you sit lower through the tailbone. A little weight in the heels, not so much in the toes and the knees. Yeah, now push through your feet, just come to stand. Good. We're going to take that again, but with the arms overhead. Inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips, reach your arms. So now you can feel all of that down action and that up action. Just be in it with everything you are. Pay attention to the nuances, to the challenges. And then exhale, forward fold. Just dive right in. Good. Halfway lift. Inhale. Let's soften the knees, touch our fingers down, and just lunge back with the right foot. Stay on the right toes, and then bring your arms up overhead, high crescent lunge. Yep, right leg is back, arms sweep up overhead. And everyone just lean forward a little bit. You can kind of feel some extra weight come into the front leg, so I'm going to ask you to work the back leg a little bit more strongly. Could you make the right knee straighter? Could you lift up higher on the back toes? Make that back leg feel super strong. Yeah. And now slowly, without losing anything in the back leg, could you start to lean back? You're going to know that there's a part where your body says no more, right? You're either going to have to bend your knee or you're going to have to stop moving back, right? So find that place and just be with it. Now, that right hip bone, bring it a little bit forward. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Now, bend the right knee and let it hover over the mat. Go low, go low, go low. Let it hover over the mat and then draw the tailbone forward. Draw the tailbone down. Lean back. Give me one more breath. Good. Exhale, put your hands back on the mat. Put a little weight on your hands. Lift your right leg high in the air behind you. Right leg high, and then step your right foot forward to meet your left. Good. Chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips, reach your arms. Feet are together at the top of the mat. So if your feet are wide apart, bring them closer. Yeah. So we're sitting, drawing down through the pelvis, up through the fingertips. Take another breath, and then forward fold. Ooh. Good. Lift halfway, inhale. Touch the fingertips back down, lunge with your left foot. Big lunge back, onto the toes. We're not pushing the heel back, we're coming forward and bending into the toes. There's an interesting thing there. And dig into those toes as you come on up, arms overhead. And so because our hip flexors and our quads are usually tight, most of us are leaning forward, so I'm just going to overdo that. Lean forward a little more. So we take all of that kind of pull out of the front, and you can actually get the form of the back leg. So we kind of dig into all 5 toes, we straighten the knee. Yep. We make that leg feel super strong, and then don't give it up. Slowly start to straighten up. See how far you can go. Try not to have any tension in the lower back. Try not to over squeeze your glutes. Good. We're reaching high. We're breathing. Now, bend that knee. Let it come down. Hover. Pull the left knee forward. Draw the tailbone down and lean back a little more. That is so good. I see it in your faces. Yeah. It might be burning. We're just waking up all that tissue. Take a deep breath in. And then put your hands back on the ground. Hold. Put a little weight in your hands. Left leg goes high to the sky. Pick it up and then step it forward to meet your right. Good. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold deeply. Exhale. Bend your knees. Sink your hips for me. Show me that chair pose. Warming up the big muscles. And then push through your feet. Come all the way to standing. And bring your hands right into the heart center. We're starting to get a little heat. Yeah, arms reach, inhale. Let's keep flowing. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Good. Go to plank and lower on the exhalation. Breathe in deeply for the back bend, and then breathe out as you go to downward facing dog. Okay. Push back just a little bit. And then rise up onto your toes. And then shift your weight forward and come to a tabletop pose. So we're going to come into tabletop. The knees should be under the hips. The hands are under the shoulders. Belly button to the spine. Really doing what we're doing as we do it. So alignment, right? Paying attention to form. Spread your fingers out. Make really good hand prints. Even press into the tops of your feet. Then we're going to take the right arm forward and the left leg back. Yeah, right arm forward, left leg back. And do your best to not only focus on the ones that you're lifting, but keep some of your awareness in the form of your foundation. So if you push down through your left arm, you won't sink into your left shoulder. Yeah. If you push down a little bit through your right leg, you won't sink into your right hip. We're going to lengthen and lift. Yep, lengthen and lift. Yeah. Lift. Yep, as much as you can. The leg too. Pick it up, pick it up. There, I knew you had more in you. All right, can you bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, make a bind. Just see what that feels like. And if there's no way in hell that you are grabbing that foot, just pretend. Bring them closer to each other, even if they're not touching, right? That's it. And then lift the crown of your head. Push down to rise up. Give me one more breath. Spread through those toes on the left foot. And then gently put it down. Return to your table. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, let out a little sigh. Good. And then set your foundation again. Weight even in your hands and your knees, everything aligned right under the joints. And then it's left arm forward, right leg back. So your first job is to create that foundation, so you're pushing down, so there's no collapse anywhere. You're using your core to support the spine. So we're lengthening out. Make the knee and the elbow of the extended limbs straighter, and then lift a little higher. Would you like to join us? Yeah. Do we have a mat? All right, lengthen, lift. Come on, lengthen, lift. A little squeeze in the back body. And then bend the right knee, reach back with the left hand. We kick up and back, but we lift through the crown of the head. If you aren't able to make the bind, pretend you are. Keep reaching them toward each other. Lift through your crown. And then gently let it go. Just take a moment in child's pose. Just sit back. So that the tailbone, if it was jammed up into your lower back, you can just sit back on your heels for a moment and release your lower back. Good. One breath. And then we come back to our tabletop. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Downward facing dog. Nice simple transition. Push back for a breath. And then come forward to plank and lower down on your exhalation. Good. Inhale here for cobra pose. And then lay back down onto your belly. Good. Let's go ahead and take both arms forward. So you're laying on the belly. Both arms are reaching forward. And I want you to think about getting the pelvis, the pubis bone, and the hip bones to stay on the mat. And then gently start to lift your legs. Make sure that you're not creating pinching in the lower back. You don't have to lift them really high, but you do need to press down in the pelvis as you lengthen back through your toes. Then go ahead and start to lift your arms. Lift your chest. Gaze through your fingers. Turn the palms to face each other. That's it. So we're just warming up the back body. Can you get your arms off the ground? Can you get your arms off the ground? Yeah, use your back body. There's glutes, there's erector spinae, there's the back of your shoulders. Where's that lift from the back of your shoulders? Take another breath and then put it down. Turn your head to one side. Just turn your head to one side, soften for a second, and from that softness, move into downward facing dog. Really doing what you're doing as you do it here. Curl yourself back, feel what changes in your spine. All right. Let's take one more breath here. And then we're going to come back to high crescent lunge, but from a different direction. Right foot steps up to the right hand. Stay on your left toes and come back up again. I like this. This is good. And so we should be able to lean back maybe just a little bit more here. Now, could you bend your elbows? We call it goddess arms, but I'm going to accentuate that even more and ask you to take the elbows and squeeze them down into your waist. It kind of makes the chest puff up. Yeah, it makes the collarbones widen. And then maybe you can lean back just a little bit. Keep the back bend and maintain your balance. This is beautiful. So we'll take one more breath here, and then go ahead and press your arms forward and bring your body parallel to the ground. So your back is flat. We release the back bend, the tailbone is flat, belly button is in. Now draw the hands right into heart center. Lean a little extra into the right leg. Push off your left toes and come to balance on one leg. So I know you've been in that leg a long time. It's already fatiguing. I am always mindful of how long I keep you. Take just one more breath and then bring your feet together at the top of the mat. Nicely done. Inhale, both arms reach. Let's keep moving. Exhale, forward fold. Yeah, the heat's coming. Clothes are coming off. Lift halfway. Inhale. Go to plank and lower on the exhale. If you want to skip this vinyasa, you can go right to down dog. You can also add a push-up or not. Depends who I'm talking to. And then downward facing dog. So we approach the same way. High crescent lunge with the left foot stepping forward. Root down into your feet. So this is what you're doing right now. You're transitioning from down dog to high crescent. Really doing what you're doing as you do it, right? The feet rooting down into the mat. The arms expressing the pose up into the sky. Finding the balanced actions. That's it. Bend the elbows. Goddess arms. Accentuate it a little more and add the back bend. So the elbows squeeze behind the waist, the collarbones widen. Maybe the gaze stays forward, or your back bend might feel more satisfying if you take the gaze up slightly. Then that extension follows through the cervical spine too. And so the bottom of your body is kind of holding tight so that the front of your body can have freedom, right? You got to feel all of the things that are happening. Good. Now take your arms, push forward like you're moving through water. Lay your body out parallel to the ground. That's it. Everyone's doing so great. So we hold for just a moment, then we draw the hands into the heart. We got to get ourselves into the left leg. We push gently off of the right toes and find your balance. Yeah, this is good. Everybody's looking pretty good. Let's step the feet together. Yeah, right there at the top of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms. Good. Exhale, forward fold. I love what I see today. Everybody's doing great. Lift halfway, breathing and moving. That's what we're doing. Go to plank and lower. Just remind yourself of the rhythm of your breath, of the repetition of the movements. Be in it. Don't let your mind jump ahead to what's later, and don't revert backwards to what you've already done. Just be right here, right now, in your breath, in your body, doing this thing. All right. So right foot steps up, stay on the left toes. One more time, coming through that high crescent lunge. It's going to be a little bit different this time. Hands come to heart center. And without getting too much fatigue, let's come right into the balance. So step up into the right leg, lift the left one behind you. Now, take your arms down alongside your body. Take them back. And then lift your arms higher than your body so your shoulder blades are squeezing. Keep your gaze steady. And now lift the left leg higher. Work from the left glute. Start lifting your head and your chest a little bit. So as you lift your left leg, you also lift the body in the front. There's a back bend growing here, right? So we're lifting higher and higher through the head, through the leg, through the arms. And then we pull the knee to the belly and stand tall. So we get that extension in the back, and then we get deep flexion in the hip. Good. And then we put it down. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead, dive in. Lift halfway on your inhale. Go to plank and lower on your exhale, like breathing and moving, timing it together. Inhaling through the back bend of your choice, and then exhaling as you return to your downward facing dog. Okay, so we're going to try that again. High crescent lunge, left foot steps this time. We come up and we find our balance. We'll draw the hands right into the heart, and then we shift forward into the left leg, floating that right one behind. And then here we're refining the movement, strengthening the back body. Arms go back, straight arms behind you, lift them higher. You can feel your back starting to work. See if you can lift the right leg a little bit. As the leg goes higher, your head and chest come higher, the arms come higher, everything in the back working. You can feel it, it's subtle, but it's happening. You're really doing what you're doing as you do it here. Give one more lift, and then pull that right knee into the belly, hold. That squeezing of the knee to the belly will release any tension from the low back and give you a flexion in your hip, and then release it down. Good, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Good, bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. Do a gentle one. Draw the hands to heart center. Lean a little bit forward. Then hook your left elbow outside your right knee. Kind of make this small. Stay like small and tight. What did I say? Did I say left elbow outside right knee? Yeah, left elbow out. I said right elbow outside left knee. It's okay. Let's all twist to the right. So use your, you had it right. You had it right. Okay. So we want to make sure that that elbow is either pressing on the outside of the right knee or the inside of the left knee. Either way, you need some leverage. Sit a little lower. Tailbone should be lower than heart. Lift your head a little bit. That's it. And then come back to center. Push through your feet. Rise up, arms straight, reach high. And then pull your hands to your heart for a second and slow down that brain chatter. Find your breath. We let the legs effervesce. We let them release and recover. And then we come in and do the other side. When you're ready, chair pose with your breath. The hands come to heart center. You're sitting kind of low. Your hands come in so the whole thing feels kind of low. And then the right elbow goes outside the left knee. The tailbone drops a little bit as the head rises. We make sure we have that elbow either touching the outside of the left knee or the inside of the right knee. It can go either way. I just want to make sure you can create a lock so that you can access your obliques and you can actually twist your spine here. That's it. Then we push through our feet, come back to center, and rise up to the sky. And then bring the hands right to your heart. Nicely done. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway on the inhale. Let's touch our fingertips down and lunge back with the right leg. Take a big lunge back with the right. Put the right knee down on the mat so it's a low crescent. Changing things up a little bit. Let's go a little longer and a little wider. Your hands can stay on the mat for a moment. So give yourself a little bit of space. Make sure that that right knee is back. Yeah, you want a nice long leg behind you. And we're going to be not afraid to bend the left knee. So you can feel that in your hips, yeah? You guys feel that? Okay, keep your right hand on the mat, put your left hand on your knee, and twist a little deeper. It's so much easier to twist when you're not in chair pose, right? And so you can actually feel yourself getting access to more rotation in your spine. And I want you to push a little bit into that left hand. Notice how much it's helping you turn your chest out to the left. And then reach your left arm out to the space behind you, like you want to touch the back edge of your mat. Yeah. Now, can you bend your left knee and then reach back and make a bind? No, I said it wrong. Right knee. It's good when the teacher is distracted, right? Okay, so we're bending the right knee and reaching back with the left hand to make the bind. And two different things can happen here. You could pull the foot towards you and get a really big pull up the front of your quadriceps, up the front of your leg. Or you could kick your foot back and open up your left chest more into the twist and into a little back bend. Either way, you decide on your sensations. You decide how much is enough. We're going to take another breath. And then we're just going to release it. Put the hands down. Good. Tuck your right toes. Step back into down dog. I'm going to skip all that juicy goodness in between and just paddle the feet out. Walk it out. When you paddle your feet, you're kind of bending through the toes and your ankles, your knees, and your hips, letting everything move with a little bit of fluidity. And then we return to, this is a low crescent. So we had right leg back, now it's right leg forward. We're just coming in from a different way. Left knee goes down on the mat, and then take a moment, really doing what you're doing. So what you're doing right now is preparing your foundation. So you got to pay attention to your spacing. Here it's a little longer and a little wider. It's good. The left hand is going to stay on the mat. The right hand will come onto your knee, and just start simple. As the left hip drops, the right chest opens. And just do that to the degree that feels really right for you. And only you can decide that. And the best way to do that is to really be paying attention to what you're doing as you do it. To feel all of the feels. If your front knee is really bent because your foot is back under your hip, you got to bring your foot forward so your heel is more likely under your knee. Yeah. Safety first, always. And then we'll take that little extra push onto the right knee and then see if you can expand your right arm back toward the back of the mat. That might be enough. Or maybe the left knee bends and you can make a bind because your foot comes closer and your hand reaches further and all of a sudden they're together. You're welcome. Now bend the front knee, drop in a little bit here. Yeah, crazy tight. All right, so you can kick back to open the chest and create more back bend, or you can draw the heel towards your glute and you can actually do a little more lengthening and stretching for the front of the quad and the hip flexor. It's really up to you. Both things are valuable, they're just different. Take another breath. Let it go with some gentleness. Release your hand down, tuck your left toes, and take a big step back into your down dog. All right. Go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet. Find your way to the back of the mat. Stay on your toes, but come into a little squat. Feet are about hip distance apart. You squat down onto your toes, lift your heels, and then put your hands on the floor and round your body over your legs. Let your head drop forward. So the knees are kind of together, hands in front, right? Feet are hip distance apart. And just kind of round your body over your legs. It's like a child's pose, but you're doing it on your toes. So I really want to make sure that that lower back gets some broadening. We've been kind of compressing it a lot in all of the different ways, and when we pull on the front, sometimes the back gets tender. Do you feel that? A little tenderness back there. So I want to make sure you're good to yourself. All right. Now, let's see if we can lift our heads and bring our hands into prayer. Find your balance. From here, could you sink your heels down and come into chair pose? So the heels come down, we come up halfway, we hold, and then we push up the rest of the way and take a little back bend at the top. And then bring your hands back to your heart. All right. Go ahead and draw your right knee into your belly. Squeeze it in tight. You can grab it with your hands and squeeze it in tight. See how high you can get the knee up into the chest. And then realize how much of that you're doing with your hands and how much of it you're doing with your hip flexor. I have the wrong leg. And I want you to see if you can keep your knee exactly where it is, but take your arms up to the sky. So try not to let that knee drop. Squeeze tight in the crease of the hip. Flex the right foot. So you're even picking the sole of your foot up away from the mat as much as you can. And reach with your arms. Yep, reach. That's it. Now in slow motion, which means you have to be really doing what you're doing as you do it. We're going to make sure we time it so the foot touches down at the same exact time that your arms are back at your sides. There you go. Consciousness, presence, awareness, yeah? It's good. Inhale, let's reach. Bring your hands to heart center. Bring the left knee into the belly. Then go ahead, grab it with your hands. Grab it, squeeze it, lift it, pull it in, find your balance. So we want to make sure that we're getting it up there as high as we can, and we're not just going to use our hands, we're going to actually use the strength in the crease of the hip. So we keep the leg exactly where it is, but so let go of the hands and start reaching up high. Beautiful, Ran. I see you. The sole of your foot is lifting away from the ground. Your head is held high. Your arms are reaching high. Straighten your elbows. Reach through your fingers. Feel it. You are lifting your leg and lifting your arms. That is what you're doing right now. It doesn't even have to have any kind of fancy name. You're just doing this, and you're doing it with everything you've got. And then to come out fully present, time it. So you step down when your hands return to your sides. Nicely done. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold. Lift halfway, breathe in. Walk it out into plank, breathe out. Breathe in again here, lower slowly as you breathe out. Inhale for cobra, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna walk our feet right up to the top of the mat. Bring the feet together at the top. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Your best chair pose of the whole morning is this one. This is the one that you're going to give all of your thought to. And because I'm asking you to do that, you should say like, oh, why aren't I doing this every single time? Yoga is asking us not to mail it in. Not to live on autopilot, but to actually be in it and know that we have to do it in a way that's sustainable. So you can't blow it all out. You can't come into everything you do at 110%. Take one more breath here. Take that look off your face. And then push through your feet, slowly come to stand and bring your hands back to your heart. That's it. All right. We're going to stand on the left leg and bend the right knee, but not in front of us like we did before. We're going to bend the knee so the foot goes behind us. And then the right hand, if you take your hand and you just open it out to the side with that palm facing forward, and then keep going until you're on the inside of your foot. So the thumb goes in the arch, the palm is on the inside of the foot. So you don't want your arm turned in this way, you want your arm turned out. Yeah. And we grab pretty good. Make a bind there. The thumb in the arch, the forefingers on the top of the foot. Then can you balance with your left arm up? Now we've done a couple of things where we were bending forward. We've done a couple of things where we were bound. So now we're going to balance and bind and extend all at the same time. Reach the left arm forward as you hinge at your hips and kick the right foot back behind you. Try to keep your chest plate square. Try to do everything you can not to turn open to the right. I know the leg is strong and powerful, but don't let it be more powerful than your chest and your arm. Reach forward, kick back, lift your head, use your glute, like all of it's happening. Whoa, can't go in too fast. All right, we lift, we extend, we reach, and then we come out slow and intentional. And we put the foot down. All right. Take a moment, let that go. Rinse that out. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. And a complete breath out. And we'll just create it on the other side. And so we bend the left knee so the foot goes behind us. The left hand open. And we grab the inside of the foot with the palm facing out. Thumb goes in the arch, four fingers on the top of the foot. It really is helpful to have the hand turned out so that your arm, your humerus, the upper arm bone on the left is in the external rotation. That's why I'm fussing so much about the hand position. And then equal effort, reaching forward and kicking back. Right? Reaching through that right arm. The fingers on the right hand and the toes on the left foot are doing the work with you. So beautiful, everyone. It's a pretty complex pose, and we've got about 90% of the part doing it beautifully. It's like really insane. Yeah, and then really slow and gentle, come out, time it. And put your foot down, bring your arm down. And then just take a moment to clear that. Just stand in the stillness. Feel the texture of the mat under your feet. Don't get attached to what happened there, whether it was a good thing or a bad thing. Like, just let it go, because it's over. It's over. Every single thing keeps changing and moving. Like, we don't get attached to a breath because there's another one coming right behind it. So breathe in deep, fill your lungs, just feel yourself breathing, and then exhale it all out. And then we're going to slow that vinyasa down a little bit. Inhale, reach your arms a little slower. As you exhale, forward fold. Let's take a deep breath. Lift halfway and look forward. Then soften your knees, touch the ground, and step into plank. Hold your plank here. Breathe in again for me. And then exhale as you lower. Breathe in deeply for your back bend. It can be cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale into downward facing dog. From here, we come to a seat. It can be dropping your knees and sitting on your heels, or swinging your feet around in front for simple cross legs. And then what we're doing right now is actually we're just sitting still. After almost 45 minutes of movement, we're just going to notice what it feels like to stop. Because I know that there are times in my life when my body is moving and my life is moving and moving and moving. And every once in a while I know intuitively I need to stop. But it's not always easy to get off a fast-moving train. So we have to have the discipline within ourselves to just stop the craziness and cherish the stillness. And allow the stillness and the breath to re-regulate us, to bring us back home, bring us back to present time. So in this moment, feel your body, feel your alignment, listen to the music, feel for your breath, whatever it takes to bring you right here, right now. And be bold and courageous and simply meet yourself right where you are, with whatever you've got. Can you make your posture just a little bit more conscious? Not perfect, but conscious. So again, really doing what you're doing as you do it. And what we're doing right now is just sitting still with good posture and breathing. And it could be the most important thing you do in this whole practice. Because yes, mobility is so important. Strength and flexibility, so important. Releasing tension from the body, yes, so important. But being able to meet yourself where you are, feeling yourself in an authentic way, in the moment, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, also important. Take one more breath. Exhale it all out. Go ahead and unfold your legs. Bring the feet out in front of you. I'd like you to bend your knees and bring your feet kind of close so your knees are kind of bent in. And then let's wrap the left arm in front of your knees. And use that forearm to help you sit up a little straighter. And then take the right hand behind you like a second spine, right behind your tailbone. And flare your fingers out. Point the fingers toward the back of your mat. So your hand is on the mat, fingers touching down. Let go. Yeah, we're going to take a spinal twist to the right. Yeah, feels better with the hand down, yeah. And then, can you get off the palm of your right hand and get on your fingertips? Yeah, fingers point to the back of the mat. Yeah, spin it around. So again, that external rotation of the upper arm bone. So it's really helpful to use your hand on the ground instead of in a bind. Like what if you touched your fingers down? Yeah. And instead of a flat palm, could you be on your fingertips? And then most of us, when we get on the fingertips, we let the shoulder kind of get up in the neck. So could you bend your elbow and like just pull the shoulder blade back and down? Now twist for me. Yeah. Again, we just like to work smart, not hard. Take a deep breath in, and then notice how you can twist deeper on the exhale. Use your breath to help you. And then just come out of that slowly and come around to the other side. Wrap your right arm. Place your left hand not too far away from you, a little closer to the tailbone, on your fingertips. And then you bend the elbow. You soften the shoulder blade down, you soften the elbow down, you widen the collarbones. Try to keep weight on both sit bones. Root down into your tail as you lift through your crown, like really doing this. Not waiting for instruction, but feeling in your own body. The way your bones align, the way your muscles come into play. The way we get better at things is by practicing and actually paying attention and honing our skills, right? Take one more breath and then use your exhale to twist a little deeper. Good. Then come around and face forward. Lean back just a little bit. You can keep your feet on the ground or lift your feet off of the mat. And we're going to reach the arms forward. With the arms forward, you have the option to touch your fingertips to the back of your knees or just extend the arms long. And this is all about the core. So I want you to feel your back flat, your back straight, your chest broad. And we're just going to balance there. And we're just going to breathe. And I know that as each breath passes, it gets harder. And so all of that starts to bubble up onto your face. I'm watching your faces, right? But what if you just didn't let it bubble up onto your face because this didn't really aggravate you? Like you were just like, oh, this is a little hard. Oh, like I've just started to reach the threshold of my strength. But if I stay through it, maybe I'll get a little stronger. Right? Instead of it being this whole drama, like I suck, I'm so weak, look at everybody else, they're doing great. Like instead, just like get in this and breathe and just be in it. Neutralize your attitude about it. Take one more breath, and then just put your feet down. Have a sense of humor. Lay down onto your back. Like, how do we get stronger if we don't meet confrontational moments, if we don't feel the edges of things, if we don't get ourselves to stay a little bit in the discomfort? There's no growth in the comfort zone. And so all of this happens when we start to pay attention. Go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left knee. Pull the left leg into your body. We did a lot of glute squeezing today, a lot of back body work. So just see if you can, it's just ankle over knee instead of knee over knee, right? Ankle over knee. The right hand actually goes through the hole between the legs, yeah? And you just hug that left one in. Hug it until you feel the stretch on the right side. And rock a little bit side to side gently. And so maybe that tissue gets a little bit different touch. So you want to make sure we're not crossing knee to knee here. There's a space between the legs. There's it's a figure four. It's a reclining pigeon pose. Yeah. See if you can do that with your head down. So it's just about the hips and not so much about your neck or your head. So lay the head down, yeah. And then really gently put your left foot back on the mat. Uncross the right one, place it down, and then switch. So simple. And pay attention to how you switch. Pay attention to how you come into the other side. We're crossing the left onto the right, and then we're going to lift the right leg, reach through the space between your legs, and start hugging the right leg into the body. So you want to make sure that your left knee is bent and the whole thing is hugging in toward the body. You okay? You okay? Bend this knee. Yep. Yeah. Instead of just making sure you're okay. You're with me. And if you lean a little to the left or the right, you might enhance the situation. You might make it better. You might make it worse. Or you might not have a judgment about it at all. And you might just feel. But really do it. In this moment. Really feel it. And pay attention. If you find something good, stay in it. Like just because I say move back and forth doesn't mean that you have to keep moving back and forth. There is a certain element of autonomy that you can and should have over your own body in the practice. Carefully start to let it go. Put your right foot back down. Gently uncross the left one. Both feet on the ground. And then squeeze your knees into your belly. Take your legs and your hips over to the right and really gently take a spinal twist. Really gently. Soften a little bit in the belly. Let your hips and your legs go to the floor. Let them go. Turn the bottom of your body one way and then open your chest and look the other way. And then come up through the center and over to the other side. It's good to do that with your feet off the ground. So pull the knees to the belly first, and then, pick them up and move them over to the left. As your lower body goes left, you look to the right. Put your feet down. Try not to waste energy here. We're trying to start to conserve energy, to regenerate. The output portion of the practice is over, so you don't have to squeeze your legs together. You can actually just put them to rest. Let them separate. Yeah, a little less groin squeezing, right? Yeah, of course. When we're used to working hard, it's not always so easy to soften, so this is the practice. Then we come back to the center. Give your knees one good squeeze into the belly, then put your feet down and let your knees drop open and apart. And then rest your arms up over your head. Just feet together. Shoulders relaxed. Hips open. Natural curves in the spine. And we'll bring the knees back up. Bring the arms down by your sides. And let yourself rest. We'll come into Shavasana. So we lay our legs out, we bring our arms down by our sides. Try to relax every part of you. And so if we were really doing what we're doing as we do it, then in this moment we would be deeply resting. we would be inviting deep relaxation. Not waiting for the next thing, but actually just being right here, right now. In the grace of this moment. Slowly begin to awaken, as if awakening was the thing that you're actually doing right now in this moment. Pay attention to all of the ways you awaken mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And eventually, when you feel like you're ready, you can come and sit. So as we close this practice and we make a transition into our day, there's a simple question that you can take with you. You can just simply, at any point in your day, you could just say to yourself, like, what am I doing right now? And you might find yourself just having breakfast with a friend or sipping coffee, right? Like, then could you just really do that? And if you are sitting with somebody, could you really listen to them, look at them, be with them? Imagine feeling seen, heard, and being present with the person you were sitting with, if they could do the same for you. And it's an amazing thing when we model behavior, it influences people around us. Not always in the best way, but sometimes. Sometimes in the best way. And so, if we want to see a change in the world, it starts with us. If we want to see a change in our relationship, it starts with us. If we want to be really present for the blessings of the time that we've been given on this earth, it starts with us. The world isn't going to slow down because you decide you want to pay attention. You just have to decide for yourself. It's an empowered choice. And we do it, it seems like we do it for ourselves, but we don't. We do it so that we are living by example. We're offering an alternative behavior. It's radical. So I dare you to go out and try it. Bring your hands together at your heart. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, perfect peace. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the actions of my life and all of our lives somehow contribute to that happiness and that freedom for all, so that we may all know peace, peace, perfect peace. Namaste. 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 Happy Saturday. It's a beautiful day.